Hi there, Nick Dutch here yet again, second video of my short series on the subject of the actual technique. On my first video I proved and demonstrated that there is no such thing as an actual technique of any form of magic, and the fact is that people tend to look for an actual technique or the actual technique rather like someone getting a chest of drawers from IKEA and wanting to assemble it in a certain way to try and get a particular result. The fact of the matter is that I've never known of any IKEA form of magic which has ever had the results that was promised. Of course, a lot of people in the occult tend to say things like, it works, and they may do so out of their own peculiar psychological reasons or problems. Okay, we just got to accept the fact that a lot of people don't know what the hell they're talking about, and if you're in the New Age or occult world, you're going to hear a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about talking. You just got to accept the fact that you're probably being given misinformation rather than information. Instead of looking for the actual technique, why not actually be more rational, appropriate, and scientific about this? I mean, if magic, so to speak, is an art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with the will, you've got to think about it in terms of artistic creativity, namely trying to improve your skills, and of course with scientific reasoning, so that you can actually break down your experiences and analyze them and not go around being afraid that there is a spirit under the stairs who wants to possess you, or that there is a demon in your pizza that wants to eat you, or something equally moronic. So you got to build up your own understanding of what a technique to try and achieve something might be, and you do that through experimentation. Just experimentation, because this is just experiential and just experimental. And if you can make notes, then you do make notes. Okay, because it helps you to learn. I don't do that as fastidiously as I could, but on the other hand, I've taken this almost atheistic or agnostic paradigm when looking at the occult phenomenon, because as I've said before, even if God was to stand next to me and say, hello, it would not prove that he actually existed. It would prove that I could have an experience under some circumstances, and it would be much more worthwhile trying to work out what those circumstances are or were, and then to see whether there is any way of more meticulously and precisely trying to recreate that phenomenon, and then using creativity to try and work out how I could control it to my benefit. Okay? That's more or less the message. You can't go around saying the actual technique for the development of creativity is to write down the numbers of the square of the moon and draw the sigils or the seals of the moon either side of it, and mutter some strange incantation over the sigil of the moon, and then hey presto, it will work. That would be a load of bollocks. If you're already someone who has developed a religiosity in which these symbols have a certain variety of meaning, then you're, I suppose, more likely to be performing a form of auto-hypnosis in a prayerful state using those symbols to assist you in turning on another factor of your faculty of your mind, which you would have trained yourself to understand through contemplation and self-education, rather than thinking that the spell itself actually, in inverted commas, works all by its little self without any preparation of the individual and the mind of the individual prior to doing the exercise. Okay? I guess it's all a question of perspective. And from your point of view, you can choose to either be a religious person, or you can choose to be someone who is going to try and be a practitioner of the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with the will. As far as change in the outside world is concerned, because a lot of people do their magic or their rituals or their prayers and candle burnings because they want to cause a change to occur in the outside world. How can you say that works? How can you prove that in a way which is scientific? You know, where is your large-scale stratified sociological study sample? How do you quantify and qualify the results, and how do you correlate that with the intention behind it? Can you do that? No. Under any circumstances, no. It is intellectually flawed to say that these things work. However, you can do your ritual or whatever just for the hell of it, and see if something happens, then great. If it doesn't happen, then fine, fuck it. It doesn't really matter all that much. So, you know, chill out, play it cool, and carry on experimenting and having fun. Nick Dutch signing out for now.